today is all about the roof. We're going to start off by installing some roof rails, and then I'll move on to add the roof bars and then talk about where I'm going to put the vent. Now, unfortunately, the bolts supplied for the front hole are not long enough. So I found some longer bolts in the drawer that I'm going to cut to maybe 10mm longer, I think, just so it can catch. Let's get this one in first. I'm now going to install the crossbars that sit on top of these rails. I've gone for the cheapest I could find within reason. I think if I'd have looked harder online I could have found something cheaper, but I was able to go into Halfords and test fit them on top of the van whilst I was there, and I didn't have to worry about the hassle of return and stuff. So I've got two of these universal bars for rails. They're 80 quid, so more than I wanted to pay, but it's not the end of the world either. Is to work out where they can go in correlation to the roof vents. Towards the front, I initially thought I had more space because the roof starts here, but of course that's part of the cab. The vent can't be any further forward than here-ish. So I'm going to have the front vent in front of the front bar and the rear vent in behind the rear bar. So if I move this one along, I'll just eyeball this for the moment. Here. Approximately there. I'd want to leave enough room for this to be able to open. So that's good. So it's much easier to work out at the back. I just know I can't go beyond here. So go with that. I think the legal maximum distance between two bars is 700mm. If you exceed that, then you're meant to use a third bar. But I think, yeah, 690, 700 is spot on there. The other thing I'd like to do, see, when I bought these rails, I had the option of buying the complete set with the crossbars on them, but they sit inside. And the reason I did not opt for that is that I need there to be some overhang on the bars so that I got something to fix an awning to if I'd like that, which I'm pretty sure I will. So that means I'm going to have these as far this way as possible, making sure they don't overhang the edge of the vehicle still. Now that I've installed the roof rack, I've had to rethink where I position the vents. I've two options, each with their own reasons. I'll use my trusty pros and cons notepad to help me come to a decision. Placing the lights centrally is probably more secure, because if someone was snooping around and the vents were on the edge of the van, they'd be much more accessible to an opportunist. Central equals more secure. Offset vents provide extra storage space on the roof. If the vents are central, what's lost in storage is gained with extra room for solar panels between the vents. In the unlikely event of a leak, with offset vents, if there are two people in the bed, only one person gets wet. However, if the vents are central, at least I get to share the experience with someone else. Offset guarantees more light when boards are loaded on the roof, but with central vents, the light coming in will be more even. I'll also be able to use symmetrical lighting. Something that bothered me when designing the interior was that I'd have an even number of lights on one side and an odd number on the other. That just didn't sit right with me. I'll actually have greater flexibility if I go with the mindset that I'm always going to lose some light coming in. Well, then it doesn't matter what side the boards go on. If I set the solar panels up to be adjustable, then I can just reconfigure the roof to suit the conditions. Now that I've finished putting on the roof rack, the next step, weather permitting, is to install the roof vents. So, touch wood, that will be the content of the next episode.